Hey gang, Uncle Todd and Sonny here. Sorry I'm a little behind. Last weekend I went to a wedding, and so I kind of missed the episode, and I'm just playing catch up. I should get this one and the season finale up before too long. Well, we open with a flashback, which it turns out Damien, who had his hands up, signaled Jade to shoot him, which she did. And while she's going on and on about this in her mind, she gets pulled over for speeding. And unlucky for her, the trooper recognizes her and is going to arrest her. Unlucky for him, another member of the Gold Star team, Dana, was meeting Jade, and she shoots him, doesn't kill him. And Jade says she has a message she wants him to give to the BAU, and then taking her tattoo knife needle thing, takes out his eyes while he's still alive. He's getting vicious. Meanwhile, back to BAU, they've discovered that the director is going to go ahead and honor the deal he made with Voight, even though Voight's kind of double-crossed him several times during this. He's doing it because he really doesn't want that white paper to get out. That's kind of obvious. Well, when news of the trooper reaches them, Tara and Rossi are sent to go interrogate him, since this is one victim that's still alive. Meanwhile, Jade and Dana, they use the GPS to find the bunker and use the lockbox to get the key that will open the bunker. And they go down and they find this huge mortarboard of the BAU and how it connects them all to Gold Star. North Star, remember that? Well, Rossi and Tara find out that the message Jade wanted him to give them is that she's tired. She wants to go home. If anyone interferes, the streets will run red with blood. Man, she is a psycho in this one. Dana convinces her that they have to go home, which we'll find out what that is later. Meanwhile, Garcia has connected all the Gold Star victims to a company called Ada Inc., which is run by a man named Frank Church. So they bring him in, but he's a big conspiracy theorist and survivalist, trains people, you know. And as they are questioning him, Williams comes in and cuts the interview short and sends him on his way. And she tells him that the director is doing this to protect the BAU. They know Church has some involvement. But if they go too hard on this, the white paper will come out and it will point all directly to the BAU. Rather convenient. So, they manage to track down the abandoned car they had, which happens to have one of Voight's boxes in it. So they go and have Garcia triangulate, and she figures out which of the bunkers they know about is closest to where the trooper was attacked. And they go down there, but the police, they got in a hurry and didn't want to wait, and they opened the bunker and set off the booby trap that Jade and Dana set up. Well, they go in, see the mortarboard, and this ticks off Rossi no end. He goes to see Voight, as Voight's about to be going to court and transferring to a minimum security federal prison. And Rossi gives him an ominous warning of don't go into the gym pop. That can be dangerous. Voight's not impressed. Well, Jade and Dana go to a military base. That's a private military base run by Frank Church. And there's only one gold star left unaccounted for, Peter. Now, he sends Jade to get some sleep, and then he talks to Dana alone. She explains about the murder board and how confusing it is, and he says he understands, then pulls out a gun and shoots her in the head. Jade finds out that Church is training a whole new batch of gold stars. They're building on what she had started, and he had saved her from the torture and helped her. And she's very much worshipped by the other kids. She's the famous Jade. And talking to a girl, Mila, Mila tells her about these nightmares she has, where she's blindfolded and tied face down into a chair, and she is assaulted, And during one of her dreams, the goggles that covered her eyes slipped, and she saw that her tormentor was Church. And this sparks a memory in Jade. She had similar nightmares. And it was revealed in her nightmare it was, again, Church. Her suspicions are up. Well, as for Mia, she's one runaway that fits the exact same profile of Jade, and Garcia has found this, and she's found some other information, so they now need to track down this facility. They track down the person that took her was a deputy, and the deputy, facing federal crimes of kidnapping, spills everything. So now they have where the thing is going to be, where the kids are being held, basically. That night, Jade wakes up and finds Mia's gone. She goes down to the cells underneath the barracks, which Church had shown her around earlier and said that, yes, this is like the facility that tortured you, but we are changing it over into something good. And she sees Mia being taken in to a room with goggles on. But before she can do anything, she's tased from behind. When she comes to, she is in the same position that Mia is in her dreams. And Church says, "This is for your own good, Jade," and starts to torture her with a taser. Well, back at the BAU, their warrant has come through, so they head out. Well, this is a militia group, so they're all holding them off at gunpoint. And their backup hasn't arrived yet. Meanwhile, when Jade is being released from the chair she was in, she's not passed out, and she kills the man because she's got those skills, runs to the armory, kills the man there, takes a lot of explosives and firearms, goes back up to the dormitory, wakes up Mia, and tells her to get all the kids out to meet her on the south end of the compound by the forest. And then she goes and plants a bunch of bombs down below. At this point, Emily has gotten ticked off about the delays, and when movement is spotted over on the south end, she's like, screw it. And she goes in and goes, shoot me if you're gonna. Well, they don't. And she and Rossi head to Church's office. Mia radios Jade that they're in position and they're waiting for her. Jade says to go on and to take care of the kids. Save the kids. And she turns off the communicator and presses the detonation button. Screen goes white. So, now we're left with a conundrum. Did Jade die in the explosion? Was there an explosion? We didn't see it. We don't know. If there was, are Church, Rossi, and Emily dead? Questions to ask. But looks like we are now left with Peter being the only surviving member of Gold Star now. So I'm assuming next episode will be a search for him. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out. But really good. The actress playing Jade got to go through a lot of emotions. The whole thing with Church is, wow, what a scumbag. He's training these kids to be killers and using them for his own pleasure at the same time. Whatever happened to him, he deserved it, if not worse. Well, please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.